Good evening, race fans, and welcome to virtual Daytona Beach, Florida for the first and final preseason race of the WOSCRL Throwback Series. Tonight's Daytona Clash is brought to you by CavOK Racing. We are simulcasting on both YouTube and Twitch, so just search for CavOK Racing, that's C-A-V-O-K Racing, and you can find us on whichever platform you prefer. As always, we're monitoring our comments on both platforms, so leave your comments and we'll try to get to you as time permits. We are looking forward to a great preseason race here leading into the Daytona 500 and looking forward to 50 laps around the 2.5 mile Daytona International Raceway, also known as having a little technical difficulties here. I apologize. Okay, so the World Center of Racing here at Daytona International Speedway. We're off to a great start already, as you can tell. So we're entering the WOSCRL qualifying here, lone qualifying, 5 minutes, 2 laps, and all these drivers will have an opportunity to get around the 2.5 mile race track by themselves, and that is no tough task because, as you anybody who has raced these cars can tell, they're a little bit different than the cars that you'll see on iRacing. Typically, they have a little bit of I kind of equate it to driving a boat. I will say that I have not driven these 1987 Chevy Monte Carlos and Ford Thunderbirds too much, but I got into them when I was starting, or when they were released initially, and it was a lot of fun, but it was kind of like driving a boat. That was kind of how I thought about them, and there's a lot to learn about how to drive these cars around this racetrack, especially this legacy version of Daytona where they're going to have some bumps to get around. A lot of people call it a handful of car, and I was struggling to come up with a different way of describing that, and I'm failing, because that's what it is. It is a handful of car getting around this track. We're looking right now live at Jason Doc Matson working his way around, trying to lay down a solid time. You can see him sliding around the track right there. I mean, this is basically what they're going to be dealing with all night long. They're going to be in excess of 200 miles an hour, inches away from each other, and they only have 50 laps to set to get up in front and set a good time. So all this normal pit strategy and tire limits and all that kind of goes out the window when you're only doing 50 laps. And I guess for us, the viewers, we're going to have a great time with that, because people are going to or these drivers are going to be able to kind of stick their nose in places that normally they wouldn't earlier in the race, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens as they go sorry about that, as they go through the laps. Here we're looking now at the 13 of Christopher in the number 13 SCP car. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's got, because not only does his name sound like mine, but his name sounds like my whole name, Chris Stouffer. Alright, well, I don't know that a lot of people are going to be sending down laps here. It does look like most of the field is with 30 seconds left in the qualifying process. Lee Tidwell, the only car remaining out on the track at the moment. I stand corrected. Todd Liston also out there. I think most of the drivers are going to be happy just kind of qualifying where they qualify. Here we go. I think we missed most of the qualifying. All right, we were off to a rough start. I do apologize for that. Let's get better going, moving forward from here. So tonight, congratulations to Ben Shelton. He laid down a 44.987 for the pole position.
Never started on the pole before. What do I do?
And we are listening live in there as the driver's grid. So congratulations to the 15 car of Ben, and I will roll through qualifying grid here.
Thinking about starting in R for racing mode.
Rocket mode.
Money shift all the way, man. Good luck.
So once again, leave your comments on either YouTube or Twitch. We will get to them as time permits.
Yes, sir, guys. Let's have a fun one. Let's have a good season. Well, you know this one don't count for points, but yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, man. It's an honor to be up here with the number 13.
Oh, man, this league is great. So, for those of you who are not aware, I'm just stepping in for one race. I'm just doing this for fun. I hope you guys can have some fun with me. That's kind of why I'm hoping for the comments there on Twitch and YouTube. I'm just a spectator here for all intents and purposes. I'm hoping you join with me, and we have some fun together. This is going to be a great race. I think that we've got 17 cars on the grid doing 50 laps around Daytona, and there's going to be no room for kind of hanging back, really. You know, all the normal strategy you'd think about. Do I want to start in the front, the mid-pack, the back? Where do I want to be? You know, with this size grid and with this length of race, all that kind of goes out the window. So this is going to be a lot of fun to watch. The other thing I want to kind of bring up here, as the pace car has its lights out, ready to go out, the car that we're driving tonight, these guys have had a season under their belts, and this car has a little bit of experience now on iRacing, so I'm just as intrigued as everybody else to see how they handle this. This is not their first rodeo. As Barney waves the green flag, the Fords and the Chevys are off. Ben Shelton's going to lead them in the 15 car.
Sorry about that. I didn't get going.
As we'll mute the in-race audio. The 15 car is going to have a great lead going out there, although the 13 on the outside line does have some company. Let's see if they can form up. You can see them dancing around. Oh, he's going to get back into the wall. And the 47 who was up there manages to save it, sacrifices himself basically, stays into the wall to avoid the big wreck. But that's basically going to leave the leaders out there on their own. We're going 2 by 2 now. 15, the 13, the 12, and the 74. That's Chris, Ben, Russell, and Michael. Oh, the 74 is going to get loose. Oh, the 12 might get collected. And the 74's, holy cow. That's going to bring out the first caution of the evening. We'll bring up our timing tower there. Let's go back and look at what exactly happened. It looks like we may have missed it a little bit. Let's go back one more time. The 74 just gets loose. And like I said, this thing is like driving a boat. I'm not even kidding. He gets loose. The 15 is able to maintain. The 12 is able to maintain. Luckily, but the 44 is basically just going to make the 74 go airborne. Holy cow. The 24 and the 4. A lot of 4s in this league. All going airborne. Yikes. Let's look at that one more time. If we can look at it from the look at it from the 44's perspective there. Sends the 74 airborne and collects some more people, but that's going to be it. This is going to be the first caution of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are only on lap 4 of 50, so not surprising to see hardly anybody taking the opportunity there to go down pit lane. '74 basically with the ability to take the tow truck is going to be 2 laps down at the moment. Everybody else currently on the lead lap, although I'm showing the 20, the 10, and the 51 there at the bottom still in pit lane. Does look like the 20 is off and will be catching up with the lead pack. As well as the 10, the 51 of Jacob remains in pit lane for the time being, although he is on his way out. Russell Brodka, actually also off of pit road. So Russell's going to remain 1 lap down. He is in the lucky dog position at the moment. This is not an easy track, ladies and gentlemen. So again, my experience in one of these cars, so I own the 1987 Ford Thunderbird, but either way, the Monte Carlo or the Thunderbird, the Daytona track, basically, I mean, this may be exaggerating a little bit, but it almost becomes like an Auto Club or Michigan in this car. The 1987 Daytona 500 was the last Daytona 500 without restrictor plates, and you can see it here. These guys are going to be reaching speeds in excess of 200 miles an hour pretty easily, and you know, the whole never lift hashtag never lift moniker is just not applicable here. So it is very tough to handle these cars around this track. You do have to manage both the energy, the tires, the draft, all of that stuff. It all comes into play, and you're seeing that early on with the 74 basically unable to keep himself on the lead lap for the time being, although he is in the lucky dog position. So we would imagine with 45 laps remaining that he will get himself back on that lead lap and be competitive moving forward. Big picture, they will have 2 sets of tires available to them. As we come down to the green flag, the pace car is off and the 13 is away. Gets a great restart there. I mean, just no competition. The 15 and the 12 will line up. That is one thing about Daytona. It really doesn't matter how great of a restart you get. The draft is just way too strong. The 15's looking inside. You look at that already. As much as a great start that the 13 had, the 15 is going to be looking inside. Takes the lead. 12 is following. And you can hear the tires squealing as they move around. These guys are doing all they can to hang on to the cars. There is some trouble back in the pack. Yellow flag out. Does look like maybe the 86 had some issues. Let's take a look back here and see what happened. The 86 getting loose on his own. Everybody able to miss it, although that will bring out the yellow flag for a couple more caution laps. Here we see your leader, the 15 car of Ben Shelton, trying to catch up with the pace car. So we will re-rack and try it again. We currently have two cars in pit road, the 86 and the 51. The Moose is off pit road. He will be catching back up. He will remain on the lead lap. And there's the 74 of Russell Brodka. He is currently scored one lap down. And he will get the wave around. All right, everybody back on the lead lap. Reset. Your leader for the moment, Ben Shelton in the 15 car, Christopher in the 13. Will be starting on the outside lane. Russell Brodka making his way all the way back around. We'll be starting on the inside row. Tristan Ferris currently scored last, but it's a long, we got a lot of racing left to go. We got 40 laps left at Daytona. As the pace car lights go out, the cars will line up double file, indicating when to go. Or a single file, apparently. I don't know the rules of this league, apparently. Maybe we'll start in single file. We're going super old school here. Just as a reference, the actual 1987 Daytona 500, so these are the 1987 Ford Thunderbird and Chevrolet Monte Carlo cars, as we mentioned before. The 1987 Daytona 500 was dominated by Bill Elliott. He led 104 of 200 laps, and he won the race by 3 car lengths, basically. This was also Davey Allison's debut as a rookie in Rainier Racing, number 28 Thunderbird. Barney waves the green flag. The number 15 of Ben Shelton gets a pretty good start. Everybody falls in line. We have a lot of racing to go and a lot of draft here, so this will shake out in short order, no doubt. We'll see how long the 15 can hold on to the lead. I say that as the 13 of Christopher makes a pass to the inside, goes clear, and slides up comfortably. Looking a little further back here, we've got a great race for P14. This battle up front, though, tightening way up. Holy cow, you can see him going too wide. They're going to start to form up 2 by 2. The 22 now making the move to the inside. The 13 is going to let off and let Drew go. You can see him slipping, sliding around. Unreal the amount of skill these guys have just driving this car around this track. I just want people to appreciate. Oh, and we do have trouble further back in the field. And Jacob Walbury in the 51 is going to go around. We do have... No, we don't. Okay, there we go. We got the 3rd caution of the evening thrown. The 19 car goes around. Let's see if I can't get a little further back there. Not 100% sure. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about right there. That is not to call the 19 car out at all. I was literally just trying to talk about how difficult it is to drive these cars just around this track. And I just want to give a huge appreciation to the fact that these guys are driving these cars inches away from each other at over 200 miles an hour. And got it, it's virtual. I get it. As they go sliding past the pace car, but this is no easy task. You know, even on a field this short and a race this short, it's gonna take concentration. It's gonna take discipline to get to the front. You can't ever back off and just kind of coast. And so I think whoever ends up winning it tonight is gonna be very deserving of that honor. This is not a easy track car combo by any stretch. So Let's see if any pit stop strategy plays out here. It does look like the 87's gonna kind of head fake, but the 22 does not bite. Not even close. They're all gonna stay out. He tried. He tried. Valiant effort. Although there are some folks going in, the 20 of Bruce Pearson, the 51 of Jacob Rorbry, Jason Madsen in the 19. Pretty much got nothing to lose, so might as well go in, get some new tires, work on their damage, etc. The Moose there in 86, a lap down now, but still not out. Andrew, do you got a good copy on us?
Yep. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, buddy. So I see the we got probably 2 to go here. The pace car lights are still on. I just kind of wanted to get your perspective on what you see out there. Obviously, this is not a easy car track combo as we've talked about, but you've kind of worked your way up. You're up 5 spots so far, and now you're in the front. So what do you see as your strategy going forward?
Well, yeah, it's definitely starting to get a little bit more free, and you got to let off the gas a little bit more, getting into the corners. Issue is we can't seem to get more than four laps consecutively going here without a caution. So hopefully now we can have a kind of a longer green flag run and let things shake out as they need to. But yeah, the tires are definitely starting to worn out. We're not even close to halfway yet. So we still got some time before we can take some tires.
Outstanding. Well, hey man, you're on the back stretch there, and looks like we're going to be going green here soon. I'd love to check in with you later, but good luck on the rest of the race, and we'll be cheering for you.
Will do. Enjoy. Talk to you soon.
All right, see you. All right, that was the 22. And here we go. We're coming around 3 and 4 here. As he said, things are starting to get a little more squirrely at any rate. So expect some potential pit strategies to start coming into play here. And if we can get some green flag laps, that may actually start factoring in whether we do get green flag laps or not. That may change up what people are thinking about how they're going to attack this race. Drew gets a really good start, although the 87 right on his tail. As a matter of fact, let's go on board with the 87 here. This is Todd Liston looking ahead at 22. Computer is not happy with that. The 12 is going to actually sneak on the inside there. Michael Bussell. You can hear those tires squealing. They are just kind of working their way around the outside of the track there at the edge of the RPM limiter. as you see the light blinking. That highline is very tough to run. It takes nothing but concentration, precision. These guys have no room for error. And Michael Bustle's going to take the lead with ease, but I mean, you just see that swarm of wasps basically behind him. there is no quarter there. As the 4 car actually technically now takes the lead, Luke Doran. And the 4 car is gonna get in. He's gonna flip over. Gonna get into the 42 of Lee Tidwell. And that is not gonna bring out the caution. I don't know how. Holy cow, let's check back in with the leaders here. The 12 car is going to lead the pack. The 22 and the 12 going wheel to wheel in that first turn. I want to check in here too. Skylar Grissom in the 24 car up 10 spots total. He's your biggest gainer for the evening right now. Riding that Jeff Gordon paint scheme, but he's worked his way up front. You can see the front of his car though, just looking like it's seen better days. Has clearly not used his fast repairs. Alright, so basically what we have now is a race for the top 10. Once you get back to the 10 car of Tristan, it's a 2.5 second gap back to Bruce in P10. So unless something happens here, they seem to be gaining quite a gap on the rest of the field. Let's bring up the track map so you can see exactly what I'm talking about there. The 20 car of Bruce leading the second pack. They are now 3 seconds behind the leaders. You can see the 42 car of Lee Tidwell 1 second now behind that second pack. So they're going to need to organize and start working their way back up. Oh man, as they get just a little bit squirrely up here, that's the only thing that I think that these guys in the back can hope for, is that these guys continue to have some issues. They go 3 wide into turn 1. As we slowly inch our way toward the halfway point, we have a close battle here for the top 9, and they continue to make gains on the number 20 car of Bruce Pearson, basically leaving everybody else behind them, everybody hoping for a caution of some kind. And honestly, I don't know that they're not going to get their wish. The 87 car goes high. Skylar Grissom now taking command, although Russell Brodka, who was previously 1 lap down, got his fast repair, I believe, and now he's taking lead of the race. That is fantastic racing there by Russell, at least for a moment, taking command of the Daytona Clash. And there you see the 22 pushing the 24 ahead of the 74. Who's going to make contact? Oh, and around they go, the 15, the 10. Synchronized spinning and no caution. All right, so the plot thickens. Here we are down to a top 4. You see the 5th place position of who's at the 44 car there of Andrew is hanging on for dear life, still within the draft. But I think other than that, Nicholas Post back in the 6th, or I'm sorry, the 6th, yeah, the 6th position and the 6th car, well outside of that. You can see him there collecting Russell Brodka, who had been a lap down, who had been fighting for the lead. Now just trying to find a way to work themselves back up in the 6th car. Woo! He's going to hang on to it. Russell goes around. And that's all there is to it. Liston off the track. Just trying to save it. He's gonna... Woo! Great handling of the car. Is able to keep it out of traffic. That's gonna give Skylar Grissom, though, the clear lead. It is now down to the battle for the top 4. They have a 3-second gap on Russell Brodka there in the 74 and the 6th car of Nicholas Post. We're battling for 5th and 6th. The 24 gets on the apron. That's going to let the 12th car... Gonna seek to the inside there. All right, let's look. Oh, back here, the 19 and the 20 get into each other. And that's going to bring out the 4th caution of the evening, just as we were trying to focus on them. Everything goes south. Bruce Pearson, Lee Tidwell crash. They're off the track. The 19 gets loose. Yeah, he's going to collect the 20 there. Yeah. 42 is going to get some of the action as well. So this may depend. I have not been keeping track of who's got what in terms of fast repairs left, unfortunately. So let's see how this pit stop shakes out. But this will bunch the field up one more time as we pass the halfway mark. Skylar Grissom currently taking the lead here. And it looks like most everybody's going to go in and pit. So here we go. Only Jason Matson stays out. And this will be your race off pit road to see who's going to basically be second place. The last time that Jason Matson was on pit road was lap 14. So that's going to shake things up just a little bit. Your leader currently, Jason Doc Matson. Minnesotan, don't you know? Leading the way. Skylar Grissom in second, up 12 spots. And there's Drew. Up 3 spots himself, not too bad. He's been kind of biding his time. He's kind of played it safe, but he's going to have a really good shot here at the end. Russell Brodka just behind him. Here's a 51 of Jacob Wobry, up 12 spots, currently in P5. Christopher, 13. Todd Liston in the 87. It can't handle that picture of Ben Shelton in the 15. Not expecting that. I love it. Smooth like Crisco. This league is crazy. All right, Nicholas Post in the 6. Andrew Jamlin in the 44. Jim Foskett in the 47. He'll be starting 11th here. Lee Tidwell in the 42, starting 12th. Bruce Pearson trying to work his way back up to the pack. P13, Tristan Ferris. A little bit of damage. I think he's out of fast repairs or just deciding not to use them at the moment because his front end looks all kind of messed up. And Michael Bussell. Old enough to know better, but still too young to care. He is currently P15. And here we go. Pace car's off. We're restarting. $18 laps to go. Skylar Grissom's going to get a great jump on the rest of the field. It won't last long though. The 12, the 22, and the 14, the 13 are all coming for him. The 19 just getting a touch loose. Making contact with that outside wall. Trying to maintain. Oh, and he's going to go around. Everybody's going to mess him, but that's going to bring out another caution. All right, so here we go. 17 to go. So now the strategy becomes, I don't think fuel's an issue. It's hard to argue that. It's hard to argue that tires are an issue. It's hard to argue that you should probably pit unless you're in the back of the pack. So at this point, it kind of is what it is. We're going to regroup the field. I do believe that the 12th car there of Michael Bussell is going to get the wave around and get back on the lead pack. So that is the one thing that's going to come of this caution. We're going to get 15 cars back on that lead lap fighting for position, and I think we're going to be 13, 14 to go. 13 to go, I think, once we restart. So already you're looking down the barrel of a shootout. I don't know. I just keep hearing people hit the wall. I don't know what the heck's going on. That's fantastic. All right. And I just want to say, as we're going into this caution, that it's a lot of fun doing this. I do apologize. I did not have the amount of time that I wanted to prepare going into this, and either way, it seems like a really great league, a lot of solid people, and a lot of fun to watch. So I'm hoping sometime in the future to be associated with you guys, but in the meantime, whatever you're doing, it's working. Seems like a pretty great community. Your leader right now, Skylar Grissom, in the 24 car. Apparently wearing a real fire suit. I did not know this, but I have to imagine that that is a real fire suit, so probably races in real life. Got to imagine that's a disadvantage for everybody else. But what do I know? That being said, Drew's driving the Ford Thunderbird, which is the clearly superior vehicle of the night. So, I guess my money's on him if I gotta pick one. Anybody driving a Ford is clearly got it right, so I don't know what to say about that. Russell, this guy is Teflon. I don't even understand what's happening here. He was a lap down, he was up front, he was crashed, he's back up front. Russell Brodka is, he's the Terminator here. That is fantastic. Christopher in the 13 car with what I think is clearly the best paint scheme of the evening. But he's still looking up at 3 cars in front of him. The pace car lights are off, which means we will be going green after this lap. 14 cars remain on the lead lap. Madsen is going to remain 1 lap down. In the 15th position. So we're getting ready to say goodbye to the 5th caution of the evening as we resume racing with 13 to go at the green flag. The 19 car just doing whatever the heck he wants. No cares given. I don't know what's going on there. Barney waves the green flag and off we go. You can see the top 5 there forming their own sort of pack. They do have a 0.8 lead on the rest of the field. Although if they continue to race side by side, oh man. We're gonna avoid another caution there, although that was quite intense. Skylar Grissom remains your leader. Russell Brodka in the 74 is going to be in second, and Todd Liston in the 87 in third. Although you can see both Drew and Chris trying to line up on the outside. Make some kind of move. This race is far from over. Let's look back at Chris here and currently the second pack, if you will, is down about a second, although they appear to be making some ground if you look at the data there. So I'm not going to count anybody out at this point. Especially when you consider they're going wheel to wheel, wheel to wheel, up in the front. You can see the gap there, and you can see the gap between the 51. Oh, somebody's airborne. This is going to bring out another caution there. That is Ben Shelton. People are going flying. Oh my goodness. Drew's off the track as well. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's reset. Oh, we're still crashing. We're still crashing. I don't even know what to say about that. All right, let's check out what happened here. We're with the 15 car. Oh, the 74 is going to turn the 22. Yeah. Let's try that one more time. Yep. Just going to get the 22 into the quarter panel. 22 is going to go flying. 15 is going for a ride as well. And that's going to collect some other folks. In the meantime, yeah. Whew. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I'm wrong in this, but I kind of want to go for a ride with a 22 on that one. Maybe. He gets turned. Oh man. And at that point, you're just holding on for the ride. Yikes. Try that one more time. That is what Drew saw. Real time. And then we have some marker brakes on top of that, so yeah. Alright. Well, there you go. In pit lane. Let's see what's happening in real time here. Skylar Grissom's gonna retain the lead. And we are quickly running out of laps. 7 to go. 6 to go this time by, imagine 5 to go. Once we go green. That's leaving everybody 1 lap down with just a little less options. We have 12 cars currently on the lead lap. As you can see there, Drew trying to get his lucky dog lap back, his wave around. As the lights go off on the pace car, we will have 5 to go once we go back green. And we're going to be left with 13 cars on the lead lap. No, I stand corrected. It does look like Luke Doran will be using the wave around and getting back on the lead lap. He can make it all the way back around. They are halfway down the back stretch. And here we go. The pace car is going to be coming off here shortly. Single file restart, as is tradition. Oh, and my computer decides that it's not happening. There we go. Sorry about that. Skylar gets a great start. However, he is free but not clear. We have a great 6-car battle for the lead. They have a 1 second gap over 7th place. And I really, really, really want to focus back further in the pack, but this race up front is just as important and just as close. You hear them squealing around the tri-oval. 4 to go. People getting twitchy. This is it. So here's the thing. This is a preseason race. There are no points on the line here. This is all for pride. I am sure that the sporting code and the league rules apply. You cannot wreck people intentionally. I got it. But at the same time, what do you have to lose? This is the time. If you're going to send it, this is the time to send it. Lick that stamp and send it. And we do have somebody around. That is the 87. Todd Liston is going to take out the 7th caution. Let's see if we can find what happened there. In the 87s, yeah, that's tough. And that's tough. You know, I don't want to highlight this. This is not on the 87. These are very difficult cars to handle around this track. There's no doubting that. I don't know how to explain it. If you haven't raced them before, you know, that's on you. These are very difficult cars to handle, and I do not blame anyone for getting into the wall like that. It's just tough. So 3 to go. And here's the thing. It was not made clear to me if we're doing. I think we get 1 green, white, checkered. I think those are the league rules. I think. I don't know. I apologize. So I would imagine that this is 1 green, white, checkered. One green, white, checker. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Oh boy. All right. Well, you know what? You get what you pay for. You pay nothing, you get this. Oh man. At any rate, I appreciate it. So we'll get 1 green, white caution attempt. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Skylar Grissom leading the pack, and it's kind of his to lose at the moment. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but that's kind of where we're at. Michael Bussell, kind of his to win. For being honest, Andrew in the 44, rocking the GOAT paint scheme there. Really appreciate that. Jimmy Johnson all the way. So we are 3 to go. We're going to go green with 2 to go. So I do not believe that will technically count. Oh boy, it's been so long since I've caught an oval race here. Hey. 47, 74. Bruce is currently P7. Tristan up 8 spots, by the way, P8. Great run for him, all things being equal. 8 spots to the green. Drew currently down 3 spots, but on the lead lap. He's got some time to make this up if he can get a good jump on the start. Jacob in the 51, up 7 spots. Luke up 2, and of course you got Jason Matson, Lee Tidwell, Todd Liston, and Sheldon making his way all the way back around, trying everything he can. And we're going green. 2 to go. Here we go. 24 gets way out front. It's basically him and the 12 right now. Skylar and Michael. That's all we got. Andrew looking on. I'm sure he's got his pedal floored right now. Same with the 44. Oh, they're gonna go around. Are they gonna save it? Yep, we're good. We maintain green. Here we come around. The white flag is coming out. This time by. The 12 looking high, looking low. What does he have for the 24? Does he have anything? Here comes the rest of the field. This is it. Here we come. Exiting turn 4. We've got the tri-oval left. The 12's going to look on the inside. Look on the outside. Can he make it? No, he can't. The 22 is going to come in third. Oh, man. What a great finish. As we see. Woo. Oh man, what a great finish there at the end. Skylar Grissom's going to take home the gold in first place there of 13 spots. Michael Bussell in second. Drew in third. I believe that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got third. Unbelievable finish there. Let's take another look at the end. There we go. You can see the 12 trying to get any advantage he can. Not going to happen. And then all hell breaks loose behind him. The 6 car takes out the cone, etc., etc. Well, that was a lot of fun. And the 51 ends up on his back anyway. So, all right. Well, let's take a look. We've got our third place finisher, Drew, in the broadcast booth here. Kind of up and down evening for you. Led the race for a little bit there and ended up P3. Talk us through what you saw.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We once we got a few good green flag laps underneath us, it started to string out and kind of narrowed it down to the top 4. And then yeah, I wish I didn't. Yeah, unfortunately, I know it was a racing deal, but got hooked on the back stretch. And thankfully, I still had one more fast repair left, and I was just determined to go from the back to the front. So third place. I wish I could have gotten one more lap to get to the first place spot, but I'll take third.
So you've got the Daytona, the same track, right? The same combination for the first actual points race of the season. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, same setup and same old track.
So looking forward, are you making any changes to your strategy? Like what was your thought process coming into the race? And do you have any opinions on how you're gonna approach it differently next time?
You know, one thing that seems to be the common denominator is you want to stay either the very front or the very back. And if you're going to stay at the back, just hang back there and just kind of ride it out. But if you're going to be up front, stay up front. Don't fall back. So I'm gonna try to figure out which one I want to do for next week. And because I know there were a lot of cautions tonight, I just want to stay out of the way. And I think there's one fast repair, but the race is going to be about 2 or 3 times as long. So it'll be nicer to have strategy play out a little bit more than the 50 lap race. But yeah, we'll just have to figure it out once we get there.
Well, hey man, thank you very much for battling out there. It was a lot of fun to watch. And do you have any other you know shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, just shout out to Majority Money and friends and family that are watching. Shout out to my Nana. She's been in the hospital the past about week or so, and she came home, and hopefully she's watching tonight. But hopefully they're having a good night, enjoying themselves. And yeah, thank you to you as well for taking the time to broadcast the race. And it was short notice, but we appreciate it. It was really well done. So thank you for all that, and hope to have you back one day soon.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, I mean, me aside, hello, Nana. I hope you're watching. Honestly, I feel bad that Nana was watching, and I would have put way more work into this. I feel really bad, but yeah, no, it was a great race on your part. Congratulations on the finish, and I look forward to working with you guys soon.
Thanks, man. Take care.
All right, see ya. And next up, we got Michael Bussell, who finished P2, up one spot total for the whole race. And I mean, again, I'm just kind of curious to see, Michael, what you thought, your strategy going into the race versus what you actually executed.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, basically, I mean, I was coming in to just have a good time, really, because I mean, honestly, that's what the clash is all about. But ended up finishing pretty well too.
Yeah, the strategy kind of worked out for you there. Did you have anything that you learned from this race, that because this is a preseason race, we talked about this with Drew, where this is kind of everybody kind of feeling each other out. This is what, the second season, so going into the actual points counting race 500 next week, what are you taking with you?
Uh, Mostly that I can run the inside line, because I know a lot of people hate the inside of the legacy track because it's so bumpy. But actually ran it pretty well tonight, so I'm probably gonna stick with that and see how it gets me next week.
Interesting. Awesome, man. Well, hey, man, do you have anything, sorry, not anything, anybody that you want to shout out to on a job well done on a podium tonight?
Thank you. Mostly Skylar. I appreciate him and all he does to coordinate all this, because I know it can be rough at times, and there's people that make it hard. And then my buddy, old Ben Shelton, number 15, that was racing tonight. I had a good time racing with him and the help that he gave me. And then last but not least, thanks for the broadcast, man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to working with you guys again, and congratulations, second place finish, and good luck next week on the 500, right?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Awesome. Well, good luck.
All right. Thank you, man.
See ya. And last but not least, we've got our race winner. A huge congratulations to Skylar Grissom. You were up 13 spots total at the end, all being equal. what was your kind of mindset going into it? Clearly, you wanted to start at the back, kind of work your way up as the race went on. Kind of a interesting strategy on such a short race, and you still were able to pull it off. What was your thought process going into it? Oh, hold on. We've lost Skylar. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, there we go. We got you now. I don't even remember what my question was, but we have you. So
Mr. Gatorade got into the microphone down here in Victory
there
Lane.
we go. Yeah. Exactly.
Basically, I have
The
horrible luck here, so
the
that's why I'm starting the back.
okay, all right. Yeah, so you said, "Hey man, I got bad luck here. I'm going to start in the back. I want to keep the race in front of me. I want to keep the crashes, I want to keep the pit strategy, I want to keep all that in front of me." I worked out.
Yeah, and it usually never does either. I'm surprised.
It's
Hopefully it works next week.
Well, 50 laps is certainly less than 500, as any mathematician will tell you. But you know, working that all out, how do you feel that your strategy tonight will translate to your strategy next week?
Basically the same strategy, but since it's a longer race, staying in the back longer, let the wrecks happen. We only have one fast repair, so try to save that to the very end. And that's really the goal. Just save the fast repair, and then at the end of the race, go up front and try to win it.
Fantastic, man. Well, it was a job well done. What you put your car in the position that needed to be in when you needed to be there, and I think that's ultimately all you can hope to do. This is a very tough track car combo. I've touched on that multiple times throughout the evening, and just much respect to all you guys for being able to race within inches of each other and at these speeds on this car track combination. It's I don't think the people at home who haven't tried this before could ever fully appreciate how difficult that is. So yeah, that's good. Hopefully you learned something from it. But do you have any kind of other final thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for broadcasting. You stepped in for us when we really needed you, and I appreciate that. And you didn't have to, and you did. So thank you again, and hopefully we can work with you again.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, and we will. Yeah, I'd like I told the other guys, I hope to work with you guys soon.
Most definitely.
Well, congratulations one more time on your preseason win, and hopefully that follows you into the new season.
We can hope so. Thank you again.
Exactly. Awesome.
All right, man.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. All right, well, here you go. Here's your final results one more time. This is Skylar Grissom with a win. Congratulations. Up 13 spots total. Just a great finish for him. I'm really excited that he was able to pull off that strategy. It's great to see when you can kind of hang back and just kind of watch things unfold in front of you and ultimately come out victorious. So that's what we have. This is the final grid. I just want to say one more time, this was kind of a last minute thing. I do appreciate everybody watching. I apologize for what a crap show it was. I'm sorry. A little more time, maybe it would have been a little higher quality product, but at the same time, it was just a lot of fun. I'm glad that we got to hang out for an evening and um, just kind of share this race with each other, and it was a lot of fun. I will see you guys all later. I guess I will take this opportunity to shamelessly plug where I come from. I run the and try to help run the Sunday Night Skippy Racing League. If you ever get interested in, man, I want to kind of race road, and where I got interested in it was I'm mainly an oval guy, and I thought, man, I skip all these road course races because I just am terrible at them. I joined the Sunday Night Skippy Racing League, and it's just a lot of fun, and you get to learn a lot about how road racing works. It's a great supportive community. It sounds like a lot like what this WOSCRL league is in terms of oval, and a very similar community of just really supportive drivers and learning how it all works. So come check us out. If nothing else, on Apex Racing TV, we're doing a winter challenge for charity. We've had over $2,500 pledged for charity for this racing charity event that we're doing, and I encourage you just to come check it out, or if you're interested in racing it, let me know on Discord. But we're just basically skippy drivers, kind of going outside of our comfort zones and trying all sorts of different things. We're doing the Indy 250, which is the Indy cars at Indianapolis Oval this weekend. There's going to be like the F1 car at Suzuka, dirt oval at the Chili Bowl, cup cars at Daytona. It's just a whole bunch of different stuff. So come check it out, and it's all in the name of raising money for charity and giving to others. So I will shamelessly plug that. So sorry, but not sorry. At any rate, I'm glad that you guys got to see the broadcast. I apologize that it was such low quality. Again, you get what you pay for, but it was just a fun evening to spend with everybody, and we will see you next time. Good luck to all the racers as they start their next season in the WOSCRL Throwback Series at Daytona, and peace out.